Hi, I'm Phil Craigie from Service, and we're here out in Orlando, Florida at ITSEC 23 and showcasing the Xcalibr marksmanship training system. Developed alongside the Royal Marines down at Commando Training Centre RM, and further developed with the British Army at ITSEC Catterick, the Infantry Training Centre. We've built a marksmanship training system that goes from dry fire, live fire marksmanship training, blank fire tactical training, to live fire tactical training. So the Xcalibr system comprises commercial off-the-shelf technology where we take all the data and merge it into one place to give user feedback both to the individual but also to the instructor and the chain of command. It comprises of the Mantis X marksmanship training system that detects the movement of the weapon as it shoots, pairs with a mobile phone to capture the data and also the GPS location of the soldier, and then it feeds through to our system, which then processes all the data and pushes it down through to the phone for the user to look at. So using Mantis X, we give the shooter feedback on how they're performing with their marksmanship, from identifying if they're snatching a trigger to poor follow through or shouldering the rifle. Enables the user to very quickly identify what he's doing wrong and make corrective measures. Designed to be lightweight, weighs about 15 grams, so there's minimal impact on the soldier as he's carrying it, and because it's now very low level of kit, paired with a mobile phone, when they shoot, they're not actually carrying much more equipment. Using the Xcalibr Shooter app, the firer logs in with their service number, so it logs all the data into one place, connects the Mantis, calibrating it, and we've got different settings, so you can use airsoft, dry fire, or live fire training, depending on what activity they're doing. We can also connect to a heart rate monitor, so you then track your heart rate relative to your shooting. Using the Xcalibr Shooter app, the firer logs in with their service number, so it logs all the data into one place, connects the Mantis, calibrating it, and we've got different settings, so you can use airsoft, dry fire, or live fire training, depending on what activity they're doing. We can also connect to a heart rate monitor, so you then track your heart rate relative to your shooting. Easy to use access to the feedback. You have a digital shooting record of all the activity you've been conducting, no matter what it is, and then you can deep dive into that to look at your performance for the number of shots you've taken, the profile for each shot, your marksmanship scores, your faults radar, what you're doing well and what you're doing badly, along with your top 3 marksmanship feedback comments. And again, so we've got individual feedback on the firer's phone, so you can see the predicted group size there of 167 millimeters, so 100 meters, beating our score. If they're on a live range, you'd see the hit data there, and then also we get a live wind feed coming through, so we can aim off accordingly. The instructor will get the instructor view, so if there's multiple lanes running, he'll see each firer as he shoots. Their predicted group size, so we're just doing simulated fire, but again, if it was live, you'd see the hit data, along with their marksmanship feedback for each shot made, along with their faults radar, so you can very easily identify who's a strong fire and who's a weak fire, and go in early and do corrective measures. But the key thing with Xcalibr is it's all about using collective training data to give individual feedback to the instructor and the chain of command. The individual will still see all this data within their phone when they log in. However, the instructor can then review the team's performance, both from blank fire to live fire tactical training, looking at the hit data to determine how well they've actually operated. So on the screen now, we've got an overview of sections doing an attack on a range. We have a summary page, so you can do a very quick top level review, and then we can deep dive down into that, do a map replay to see the attack go through. And because we're capturing when they shoot and the hit data from the target, we can then pair the shot to the individual and replay it. A solid line is a hit, a dash line is a suppressive shot, so still effective on target, and if they're just the firer blips, it means they've shot but there's no hit associated to that fire event. So Xcalibr is continuing to develop. We're always bringing in new features. One of the features we've recently brought in is new Orbat upload, which allowed us to upload a unit's Orbat and then auto-populate details and run large-scale events, which ties in with some of the recent live fire activity we've been doing. We've rolled out Xcalibr on a combined arms live fire exercise, capturing individual shot data with multiple weapon platforms. And then tied in with, we're going to improve the after action review capability utilising the Unreal Engine to give 3D after action review that enables us to pan around looking from the target point of view and the firer's point of view over realistic terrain to give a fully immersive after action review capability.